Quiet down. Good morning and welcome to today's New York City Council vote for the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. At this time, we ask that you silence all electronic devices, and at no time are you to approach the dais. Chair Brooks Powers, we're ready to begin.
Good morning and welcome to this hearing of the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. I am Sylvina Brooks Powers, the chair of the committee. Today we will be voting on proposed intro number 272A, sponsored by Councilmember Joseph in relation to reporting on previously identified sites for public bathrooms, which would amend Local Law 50 of 2025 to require an update regarding the status of each active or planned capital project to install a public bathroom at a site identified by Local Law 114 of 2022. Proposed intro number 1050A, sponsored by Councilmember De La Rosa, in relation to limiting the amount of personal injury insurance coverage that the Taxi and Limousine Commission may require for licensed vehicles. I will now allow Councilmember Joseph to speak on her introduction.
Good morning, Councilmember Brooks Powers, Chair, and colleagues of the Council. Today I'm pleased that you, members of the Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure, are voting on Intro 272, which was introduced in collaboration with Manhattan Borough President Mark Levine. Intro 272, which is part of my bathroom bill initiative package, is a local law to amend the administrative code of the City of New York in relation to reporting on previously identified sites for public restrooms in New York City. This bill would amend the citywide bathroom strategy required by law, Local Law 58 of 2025, which requires part of each public bathroom strategic planning report an update regarding the status of each of the planned capital projects to install public bathrooms as a site identified by Local Law 114 of 2022. Such update would require information about the nature of the project, estimate, actual starting, completion date for the project, and super excited about that, and strategy for maintaining sanitary conditions, operations, and locations of the project. Access to clean and safe bathrooms in New York City is not a luxury, but a necessary service. By increasing the number of public bathrooms in our city and making them accessible and safe for everyone to use whenever they need at any time of the day, we are telling New Yorkers and visitors that we see them, we hear them, and we value their safety. New Yorkers deserve much better. They deserve clean, safe, accessible bathrooms, and thank you for finally bringing this bill to a vote. Again, thank you for everyone involved, collaboration, and hard work on behalf of all New Yorkers to get the bill to the finish line. Thank you.
Thank you, and yes, we finally got here. I will now allow Councilmember De La Rosa to speak on her introduction.
Thank you, Chair, and I want to thank you for your collaboration and partnership in getting this bill to the finish line. Intro 1050 is long overdue relief for drivers of the for-hire vehicles in New York City who have shouldered an undue financial burden for far too long. The taxi and limousine industry has helped generations of New Yorkers and immigrants gain financial footing in our city. My district in Northern Manhattan, along with the Bronx, are home to the majority of livery bases in our city, making today's passage particularly important to our constituents. This industry has put students through college and led to the opening of many small businesses, bolstering our economy for decades. My family, like many working-class New York families, includes several hardworking taxi drivers. This industry is vital to the city's economy and identity, and we must do what we can to rebalance the rising costs keeping it running. Since 1998, under former Mayor Rudy Giuliani, for-hire drivers have been burdened with excessive personal injury protection requirements. This mandated coverage far exceeds what is required by state law and has forced drivers to absorb exorbitant insurance costs in an industry already marked by economic uncertainty. If American Transit were to disappear from the insurance market, around 60% of our FHV would immediately be off the streets, and over 74,000 drivers would be left without a recourse or work. We could not sit back and do nothing. The long disregard for the crisis has led us to this point, and Intro 1050 begins to chip away at the decades of stalling on this issue. Lowering the PIP requirement allows other insurers to enter the markets, reduces fraud claims that are attracted by our high insurance requirements, and ultimately will stabilize costs for passengers and lower the cost for drivers. This change and today's compromise on this bill will do little to impact safety while removing duplicative requirements. I thank you for your leadership on this, and I look forward to getting this done today, and to my colleagues for their support. Thank you.
Thank you, and I will now ask the committee clerk to conduct a roll call vote on the legislation.
Good morning, William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. Items are coupled. Chair Brooks Powers.
I vote aye on all. I congratulate my colleagues on passing two really important pieces of legislation today. I know that it's a step in the right direction. While there remains some conversation in the TLC, FHV world, this is a step to be able to provide some support to our drivers, but we'll continue having conversation, and I'll continue working with Councilmember De La Rosa to make sure that we continue to shape and move this conversation in the right direction. So again, congratulations to both my colleagues with their votes today. Thank you.
Rivera. Lewis.
Aye on all. Congratulations to all bill sponsors.
De La Rosa.
Aye on all.
Narcisse.
Aye on all.
1. Banks.
Aye on all, and congratulations to my colleagues.
Farias.
I vote aye.
Ariola.
Aye on all, and congratulations.
With a vote of 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, both items have been adopted by the committee. And the roll will be held open at request of the chair. Members are free to go.